All right. How y'all doing? It's been like 3 weeks since I've made a video, and the reason being, well, the first reason being I got kind of lazy, but the second reason being I was in Malaysia for the past 2.5 weeks, and I was attending my cousin's wedding in Malaysia, and I was spending time with my family, so I was very present in being there and just spending time with my family. So I kind of gave myself an exception to, making videos. Took a little break. But nonetheless, I'm back at it. I'm going to be posting 3 times a week. And I know that a couple of my friends, Aryan and Kevin, they're requesting a video on weed and porn, which is a huge topic that I do want to cover. But I think it's kind of a big topic. I'm kind of pressed for time today, so I'm going to refrain from talking about that. And I'm just going to talk about something that's been on my mind recently, more so today, especially because I've been in Malaysia. When I came back from Malaysia last Tuesday, I was extremely tired. I was extremely jet lagged. And I felt really weird when you travel in a plane for like 19 hours, it kind of throws you off. And that's exactly what happened to me. Um, Mixed with the fact that I had such a good time with my cousins, and this trip for some reason really meant a lot to me, um, on an emotional level. Just spending time with my family. I don't have any family out here in the U.S., so it's really just my immediate family, and that's it. And when I was over there in Malaysia with that, my huge family, my cousins and all that, and we were just spending every day with each other, and we're having such a good time, that camaraderie, that togetherness, that family orientedness that I don't really get most of the time um, in my life. And leaving Malaysia after having that experience and coming back here, I felt kind of sad, to be honest. I felt kind of sad, and mixed with the being tired from the jet lag, and mixed with going back to a job that I don't 100% like. Okay, and I'm sure that's the case with most people. Um, and when you go on vacation, and when you go and kind of just you have no priorities, you have no um, obligations, and you can kind of just let your soul free, like I was in Malaysia. It really opens you up to your life back home. So when I came back to the States, and I started working, I really realized, you know what, I don't really like my job. That was the first thing that I realized. And the second thing, and it's not so much because of the job or the people or anything like that, it's just that I don't feel like I'm making a difference in the world with my 9 to 5 job. Okay. Nonetheless, I need to work my job, to cover the bills, to cover the expenses, to save up money. If for us young guys, when you're starting out, you got to make money, and you got to get money from somewhere. So you have to grind for a year or two, saving up money, even if it's a job that you don't like. You have to learn how to kind of force yourself to like the job and be the best at doing what you do. And right now I don't feel like I am being the best at my job. So it's not the job per se, it's more me and my relationship to the job right now. And I understand that if I do everything that I need to be doing outside of work, that I shouldn't be at that job for more than a year. Okay, and I've already set my set date of when I want to quit my job, and when I want to basically be funding my own lifestyle, be financially free. And I understand it's going to take 12 to 18 months. That's just a part of it. Maybe it'll go quicker, but you got to be realistic in your goal. So, yeah, anyway, um, one thing I found myself doing this past couple of days, and it was a mixture of me being jet lagged and really tired and being sad from leaving my family back at home in Malaysia. But I found myself wake up this morning and I was extremely just feeling sorry for myself. And I was feeling like helpless in a way. That I was working this job that I didn't really like, that I don't really like, and that this job was kind of overwhelming for me. And I don't really get excited for it. I don't really, none of that stuff. And I started feeling bad for myself because I felt trapped. I felt like, excuse me, I felt like I don't like this job, but I have to be working this job because I gotta be making money. I gotta be saving money up. So it was like, today I didn't go into the office. All my colleagues, they're up at a trade show in San Francisco. I was the only one in the office who didn't have to go, so I was working remotely today. I ended up laying in bed till noon, pretty much in fetal position, and just watching YouTube videos and feeling sorry for myself that I was working this job and that I hadn't made it yet. I'm not making enough money and all this stuff, and getting in my head. Finally, I pulled up a video on YouTube from Grant Cardone, and on the video, I think it was titled like "Watch This If You're Feeling Down." And the first thing he says is, if you're feeling sorry for yourself, that is the worst thing that you can do. And if you feel sorry for yourself, your life is just going to get worse and worse. Immediately I woke up, like right at that moment, because I was like, that's so fucking true. When has feeling sorry for myself ever created anything productive? How has that ever bettered my life? I asked myself that question. I was like, never. When I answered, I was like, never. It's never done anything good for me when I feel sorry or feel down for myself. And I think feeling sorry for yourself is like one of the biggest traps that you can fall under, because when you do believe in the fact that the universe is against you and that you're trapped and that you don't have any possibilities, then you're essentially screwed. Like, you're fucked. When you really believe in that, when you really believe that you can't do anything to better your position, which is how I was feeling this morning, when you really believe that you're helpless and that you're, kind of stuck in quicksand and there's nothing that you can do, you've essentially given up all your power as a human being to create a better life for yourself. And that's what you do when you feel sorry for yourself. And when you're feeling sorry for yourself, it's like the most powerless state of existence. And that's often what leads to, people who get depressed. They just feel sorry for themselves. They feel like they're the victim and they can't do anything. When you feel like you can't do anything, that is like the lowest of the totem pole. And I was there this morning, but the thing is, when you've kind of been so into personal development and spirituality as I have, when I find myself in that state, like, look, it's the end of the day, I'm already out of it, and I'm feeling good and I'm feeling powerful again. So it's easier to get out of that state when you're not someone who's so into spirituality or personal development or any of that stuff. When you get down in that state, it can take months, years to get out of that state. So I'm grateful that I have done the work so that when I do find myself in that state, I can get out of it fairly quickly, and I can become conscious and aware of it. So, main message I want to drive home is, if you're feeling sorry for yourself, realize that you're basically giving up your power as a human being, and you're allowing your external circumstances to dictate your life. Instead of feeling sorry for yourself, you should realize that your life is filled with infinite possibilities, and that it is up to you, because you have all the power, to grab a hold of those possibilities and to take action toward making that possibility become a reality for you. The greatest, we're talking about the lowest state of existence on the totem pole is feeling sorry for yourself, feeling powerless, feeling like you're a victim. The highest state of human existence is realizing that you are in fucking control of your reality, and that you can create anything that you want, and that anything is possible, and that when you're up there in that state of existence, you have this self-belief that, like, anything that I want to become real for my life is going to become real. And there's not a doubt in my mind that that's a reality and that's the truth. So when you reach that higher level, top end of the totem pole, it's like, I can do anything. I can be anything I want to be. Maybe you're working a 9-to-5 job that you hate. Imagine what you want. What do you want in your life? Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to be making income online, be location independent. Let me be the first one to tell you, if someone hasn't already told you, you can do it. You can fucking do it. There's fucking thousands of people who have done it. Okay? And that's kind of the state, the grind that I'm in right now. But rest assured, when I'm looking back at this video in 6 months, 12 months, 2-3 years from now, I'm going to be in a completely different position, because I'm taking the steps, the necessary steps. I'm doing at least one thing a day to get me closer to what I want. And I understand it takes time, but it's a part of the process, and it's a part of your development as a human being, and becoming the person that you want to become. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual, very slow, very incremental process. Okay, so with that, I'll leave you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Live your best life, and hit me up if you have any topics or anything that you want me to discuss. We can kind of open a dialogue about it. Peace.